It can be dense for our acts. The sea can be deep for our diving. Hope comes and stops us in our tracks. Bravely we prove in our striving, trudging together each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Hi. Hello. Just kind of getting ready here. See, I've been getting up later, so things have been later. Not really liking the sleeping in, though. I'm not liking it. Ever since my nightmares went away, my sleep has just been different. Not for the better. I. It's like my grandson says, "Hi, Grandpa. Hi, Grandpa." I'm gonna shake the fuck out of it. The V8. Coming back after the meeting. All right. There's a meeting? There's a meeting. Am I missing a meeting? What's going on? Am I missing them? I think I am. So, and sorry, they Restream moved everything, so where I usually click is not where I click anymore. Though that kind of stuff. Like you guys care. Hi, Patricia. Yeah, I didn't know. I didn't know who it was. I won't guess. Well, it's good to see you, Patricia. Yeah, I got the call too. I got the message too. So maybe we should talk in the next couple of days, see what we can figure out, right? So if it's Patricia K, that is. All right. So what I did is I actually just went to the very first page of As Bill Sees It. I'm like, I don't think I've ever looked at page one, because usually I just flip it open and start going through it, right? I'm like, I never get page one. So I thought it might be kind of fun just to go through this for a year. I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, we're going to be doing some reading. It looks like we're going to be doing some reading out of the 12 by 12, page 47. And what we were talking about is the personality change that needs to take place in order for you to have sobriety. I'm going to let one other person know I'm here real quick. And they had already began making their way down. You're at page 2, Day, in As Bill Sees It. I'm going to look at it. I'm going to cheat. I'm going to look at it. Nice. Oh, and it has AA Comes of Age. I love it when I get to read out of AA Comes of Age. So, yeah, maybe I'll do page 2 tomorrow then, right? All right. $7:30 Eastern. Oh, well, that was an hour ago. I already missed it. Darn it. All right. I think it's about time I start utilizing my calendar again. So, hey, Gary, good to see you. Welcome to Daily Trudge. My name is Dion Miller. Miller is in the house. And if you're here, please say hello, whether you're watching the live or the rewatch. I'm excited because we're going to be adding on another theme song. Not necessarily, not a theme song, but an introduction. I'm really, really excited about this. I can't shut up about it right now. My friend Kel earlier sang the third step prayer, and it blew me the fuck away. And I want as soon as the only thing I can think of was, how many people can I get this to? How many people in my life would absolutely enjoy that? It's nice to have a life like that. It is. It's comforting, man. It is. For me, I'm a creature of comfort. I really am. And there are some things in this life, right? But yeah, Miller Time's certainly better than Bud Light at the present moment. Ah, I never drank Miller. Ugh. So it was horrible. It was horrible. And yeah, Amber, and the amount of courage, just, and then she proceeded to tell us, I've never sang that for anybody. Oh, man. Made me want, the outpouring of love was just, I couldn't believe it. Okay. And see what happened? See, it put me on fire too. I bet everybody walked away. I cried. I couldn't stop crying. Okay. So we're going to be reading about the personality change. Let's start with As Bill Sees It, because it was a letter written in 1960. It has often been said of AA that we are interested in only alcoholism. Oh, no, we're not. We're not. I'm getting my fruits and vegetables. All right. Oh, it says that is not true. We have to get over drinking in order to stay alive. But anyone who knows the alcoholic personality by first-hand contact knows that no true alkie ever stops drinking permanently without undergoing a profound personality change. I've never seen it work any other way. I've never seen recovery work any other way for any of the isms. And I'm telling you, and I say thousands, but I've probably met well over 10,000 people that are addicted to something by now. I've been going to AA for a long time. A lot of people go in and out of those rooms. Okay? And I watch. I'm watching. I'm always watching. I'm taking stock in our group constantly. Constantly. Okay? Because we want it for the better, right? And when I say group, I mean my AA group, not the Facebook group. Right? So, you know what I think would be a really good place to read here would be the doctor's opinion. Because what are they talking about? They're talking about the psychic change. So let's talk about the psychic change a little bit. Men and women drink essentially because they like the effect produced by alcohol. Every person that drinks is looking kind of for the effect. There are some people out there that, acquire a taste. Okay. I don't know. I know that I'm not that person. That's what I know. Okay. Gosh, I'd really like to talk about that too. Okay. The sensation is so elusive. Elusive means can't get it. You try to catch it, it goes over there. Try to get it, it goes over there. That's elusive. Like trying to catch a fly. They're elusive. They can get away from you. To catch it, it goes, and it just goes the other way. Because it's got a million eyes and it can see you. Right? They cannot, after a time, the sensation is so elusive that while they admit it is injurious, which means it's hurting them, they cannot, after a time, differentiate the true from the false. To them, their alcoholic life seems the only normal one. And this is really why I truly believe that we were all born different. We were. There are other circumstances, but then there's a set of us. Okay, and I don't care if it's AA, NA, where we can be addicted to anything that comes across our path. I have what's called an addictive personality, which means I have to watch what I do all the time. All the time. Okay. When I went through surgery for my gallbladder, okay, I was given pain meds for that. I took them as directed. At one point, I was still in pain doing what was directed, so I called my doctor. I explained to the doctor I tend to have a little bit higher of a tolerance to things. When I go to the dentist, yeah, that Novocaine don't work all the way for me. Nope. So they think we tend to think that our life is the only normal one. And we think that because we're the ones living it. I mean, that's just a finite way of thinking. Really, truly, you only have one perception. It's your own. Right? But you get to decide on that perception and your actions and your things. They are restless, irritable, and discontent. And here's the key: unless they can experience a sense of ease and comfort, which comes at once by taking a few drinks. Now, in the beginning of this, I was saying, I always feel safe, man. 97% of the time, I feel safe. It's God. It's God. Okay? And it's just what it was. After they succumb to the desire again, as so many do, and the phenomena of craving develops, they pass through the well-known stages of the street, emerging remorseful with a firm resolution not to drink again. This is repeated over and over. And unless this person can experience an entire psychic change, there's very little hope of his recovery. And it doesn't matter what ism it is. It doesn't matter what problem it is. Do you know how often we actually utilize the psychic change? All the time. You know me, I'm going to give you an example. Today, I was talking with my sponsee, and we were talking at the last group conscious, and I'm still laughing about this just because I think it's funny. So we were having our group conscious, and Maria was running it. She goes, all right, any new business, Dion? Because I had new business, right? So I was talking because I'm always looking for ways to improve. Okay. And quite often I'm wrong, which means I don't present it to the group. And so I was talking to him, I'm like, it's kind of an unsaid thing. We do the Lord's Prayer. We usually should be doing the Lord's Prayer at the end there. And then today happened. I don't believe that anymore. I had a psychic change. I changed my mind. I was incorrect. So I 10-stepped it. Took me 3 seconds. Right? But I changed my mind. Is that a personality change? Yes, it is. It means I'm more open-minded to the changes going on in AA. I don't like all of them. You're disrupting my sobriety. On the other hand, and as strange as it may seem, to those who do not understand, which will be about 99% of the population, once a psychic change has occurred, the very same person who seemed doomed, who had so many problems he despaired of ever solving them, suddenly finds himself easily able to control his desire for alcohol, the only effort being necessary that required to follow a few simple rules. Okay? They are few and they are simple. There's 12 of them. Okay? It says I only have 2 people listening, and I don't think that's right. So if we go back to this, what is it that happens? So what's our profound personality change? I'll let you know the biggest one. The biggest one. When we start to think of ourselves less and other people more. When we start thinking of ourselves less and the things that we want, okay, that's where that change takes place. Hey, you know what? I could probably sacrifice my time, maybe talk with this person, help them out. That's what we're talking about. Maybe you live in an apartment building and now you got sober, so you decided that when you go do your laundry, you're going to empty the lint tray like you're supposed to, right? So, oh, they all left? All right. People got shit to do. Oh, man, my book got all wet. Darn it. All right. This is the one thing I don't like about this weather is my soda just bleeds. So, first off, okay. So I'm going to start page 46 at the bottom. We are in step 4 on this. Okay. I'm actually going to go one more paragraph. The sponsors of those who feel they need no inventory are confronted with quite another problem. This is because people who are driven by pride or self-consciously blind themselves to their liabilities. These newcomers scarcely need comforting. The problem is to help them discover a chink in the walls their ego is built, through which the light of reason can shine. And you're going to be able to do that with your experience. Because see, your experience is fact. And you'll be able to tell people things like, I had another sponsee who didn't want to do the steps. He didn't want to do that 4th step. And he died. That's actually happened to me more than once. Okay. I think that might put a chink in their armor. They died. Almost every single person that really, really tries this program that can't get to that 4th step dies. It's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking. First of all, they can be told that the majority of AA members have suffered severely from self-justification during their drinking days. That's what those people did. They did self-justification. They went back to the bottle. Okay? And when I say that they died an alcoholic death, I'm not talking DTs, delirium, and that stuff. I'm talking about stuff like asphyxiating on your own vomit. How's that for an alcoholic death? Is that how you want to go out? I don't. I don't want that. So I had to do an inventory. I had to get down to causes and conditions. The condition was I didn't know how to manage my life. The cause of that was me drinking more alcohol, so I didn't have to do that. Alcohol was the solution. It is never, ever the problem. It's not the problem. Overeating is not your problem. It's the symptom of the disease. Right? For most of us, self-justification was the maker of excuses. That's all they are. They're excuses. That's all I ever gave to drink. Did you know normies don't need to give a reason to drink? Hold on. That's right. My wife has never, ever drank because she was feeling a certain way. Never seen her do it. No, she quit drinking with me because that's what she wanted to do. She wanted to support me. It's one thing. It's something that, if I can't describe it. You have to be around her and I to understand that what we have is unconditional love, and we're really good at it. In fact, and please don't tell her yet, but I'm going to have her come on here and I think we're going to sit down and talk about our past and our relationship and the things that we went through. So, we had made the invention of alibis a fine art. We had to drink because times were hard or times were good. We had to drink because at home we were smothered with love or got none at all. We had to drink because at work we were great success or dismal failures. We had to drink because our nation had won a war or lost peace. And so it went ad infinitum. Ad infinitum means forever. Yeah. Question is, are we still satisfied with those excuses anymore? Because I'm not satisfied with those. And I want them to stay unsatisfied. I would much rather have delayed gratification than a drink. We thought conditions drove us to drink. Oh, that person did that. That person did this. I lost a job. I got a job. Something happened. It doesn't matter what it is. We called it a condition because it was a condition. And that drove us to drink. And when we tried to correct these conditions and found we couldn't to our entire satisfaction, our drinking went out of hand and we became alcoholics. It never occurred to us that we needed to change ourselves to meet conditions, whatever they were. Now, I don't need to meet the conditions of the lay of the land and the law out here. Those aren't the conditions we're talking about. The conditions that we're talking about is giving this away by having some trust in your higher power. You have got to come into agreement, and then you can make a change. Earlier, I talked about being yourself, and that it's okay just to be yourself. This is the same thing. Okay? When we are drinking, we are not being ourselves. That is not our natural selves. But the thing is, we need to find us first. You need to find yourself first. That's going to take some time. That's going to take some digging. It's going to take some discovery. Take advantage of it. Do it. Take it, man. Take it. Hey, get rid of those conditions. They serve you no good. They're total liabilities. They're just going to weigh you down more and more. But in AA, we slowly learned that something had to be done about our vengeful resentments, self-pity, and unwarranted pride. We had to see that every time we played the big shot, we turned people against us. We had to see that when we harbored grudges and planned revenge for such defeats, we were really beating ourselves with a club of anger we had intended to use on others. We learned that we were seriously disturbed. Our first need was to quiet that disturbance, regardless of who or what we thought caused it. You're going to find that you're the one that caused it. I was the one that caused all my bullshit. Yeah. Because I didn't want to do things like conform, go get my driver's license legally, have insurance, these things of everyday living, not taking my meds, not bathing, not participating in life. These are all things that lead me back to that bottle. Okay? And that's eventually why I went back to it at one point. Now, is it my ex-wife's fault? No, it's not. No, I'm the one that put myself in that position. I don't need to, all these people that have, Do all these people deserve a good dose of karma that picked on me or call me names and blah, blah, blah? I don't know. I don't know. That's the thing. I'm powerless. I don't have any power over that person. I don't. And to think I do, to think that I'm a big shot, to think that I am better than anybody else, those things will never serve me. Okay? At the same time, I also don't think that I am below anybody else. See, there's those extremes. We're either pieces of shit or we're on top of the world. How about we just be us? Ta-da! Oh, but people won't accept me. Fuck them. You will find the people that accept you for who you are. You will. Some of us have found it. Some of us have found it. So, all right. That's what I got on this one. And, yeah. So I'm going to go get some. Actually, I'm going to go wind down and see if I can get my butt to bed earlier tonight. So, all right. I love you guys. Thank you for being here. Peace out and